Hello students, in this video I am going to explain you Ampere's circuital law. As in electrostatics you have studied Gauss law as an alternative of Coulomb's law. Here in magnetostatics, Ampere's law is the alternative of Biot-Savart law. It is used to calculate magnetic field in symmetrical situations. Let us start the video. It is analogous to Gauss law in electrostatics. It states that line integral of the magnetic field around any closed path is equal to mu naught times the net current threading through the area enclosed by the path, and symbolically it is written as line integral of B dot dl is equal to mu naught I, where mu naught is the permeability of free space, that is 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7 Weber per ampere per meter. This law is based on the assumption that the closed loop consists of a number of small elemental parts of length dl, and each such line element is acting tangentially to its length dl, and the tangential component of the magnetic field is acting at this element. Both have the same directions, and the product of the magnetic field and dl of the elements are added together and hence written as the line integral around the closed path, like this. For this, let us consider a long straight wire carrying a current I. This is the straight wire in which current I is flowing, perpendicular to the page in upward direction, and point P is taken at which we have to calculate the magnetic field, which is at a distance r from the wire. Now let us draw a circle passing through point P, which is termed as Amperian loop, like this. By symmetry, the magnitude of the magnetic field is same at all the points on the circle, and its direction is tangential to the circle everywhere. Let us see the top view of it. This is the top view, and here we have considered a small element dl at P. Both this dl and the tangential component of the magnetic field, they both have the same direction, so angle theta is taken as 0. So when we will calculate the line integral of B dot dl, the angle between them is 0, so it will be written as B integral dl. And what is total length dl? It will be the circumference of this circle, that is the Amperian loop. It will come out to be 2 pi r. Putting this value here, we will obtain the magnetic field as mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Now consider an arbitrary closed path perpendicular to the plane of the paper around long straight conductor carrying current I, as shown here. This is an irregular shape, and we have considered a number of element parts dl1, dl2 and so on. So the line integral of B dot dl can be written as B1 dl1 plus B2 dl2 plus B3 dl3 and so on to cover the entire loop, where B1, B2, B3 are the magnetic fields for elemental lengths dl1, dl2, dl3 and so on. They are at a distance r1, r2, r3, r4 and so on. The angles subtended by them at the center are represented by d theta 1, d theta 2, d theta 3, d theta 4 and so on, like this. So this expression can be written as, by putting down the value of B1, B2, B3, it can be written as mu naught I upon 2 pi r1, because it is located at a distance of r1 from the center. Similarly, for the second term, it can be written as mu naught I upon 2 pi r2 into dl2 and so on. If we look carefully here, mu naught I upon 2 pi is common in all the terms. So we can take it as common outside. We can write it like this, where inside the bracket we are having dl1 upon r1 plus dl2 upon r2 and so on. These are the angles subtended by the arc length dl1, dl2 at the center. So it can be replaced by d theta 1, d theta 2, d theta 3 and so on. And the sum of all the angles subtended at the center will be equal to 2 pi. Hence it can be written as mu naught I. So the above derivation proves that the magnetic field at a point does not depend upon the shape of the Ampérian loop, and magnetic field is same at every point. That is, it possesses cylindrical symmetry. Also, the direction of the magnetic field at any point on the Ampérian loop is tangential to the circle formed at that point, with the wire passing through the center. Thus, magnetic field lines of constant magnitude forms concentric circles. Wire of infinite length, but magnetic field is not infinite. It is proportional to the magnitude of the current and inversely proportional to the distance from the current source. That is, magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance from the current source. As we increase the distance from the wire, the magnetic field reduces. Also, the magnetic field lines have no starting point or end point, but they form closed path, unlike in electrostatics, in which the field lines have a starting point at the positive charge and end point at the negative charge, and the direction of these magnetic field lines is determined by right hand thumb rule. It states that while holding the current carrying wire such that the extended thumb shows the direction of the current and the curling fingers represent the direction of the magnetic field. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.